Hey guys, and welcome to the Bullet for My Valentine guitar lesson library. Today we're going to be doing Skin from the 2015 album Venom. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the rhythm guitar parts first, and then we'll do both guitar solos at the end. So the first thing I'll mention is the tuning for this one. It's your standard Bullet for My Valentine tuning. It's a drop C. So you've got low to high, C, G, C, F, A, B. So get yourselves in tune and let's get to it. It's also worth mentioning that you guys might want to have the track open, maybe in a separate window from the lesson, just so you can reference the parts that I'm showing you and hear the full thing up to speed. So like with a lot of Bullet My Valentine songs, this one's split between two guitars. We'll cover the left guitars and then the right guitars for each section. So for your intro part one, your left guitar is going to look something like this. So the riff's going to start off with some damps. Okay, so you're just going to mute the strings off. And I like to do it where the harmonics aren't so rich on the neck, so maybe a little bit more lower down. Okay, and after that you've got a slide down, so you've got something like that. Okay, so after you've done your damps and slid down, you're going to slide in onto this D5 power chord. Okay, like such. And you're sort of pedaling off of the 5th string note right there on the 5th fret, okay? And then your pinky's going to go up to 6th fret, like that. And then you've got your chuggy rhythms that happen in between, so you got like that. And that's just your standard alternate pick sort of galloping. Watch for where the alternate picks are and watch for where the down picks are. And that last one is accented, okay? Then it's going to happen again. And then you're going to do 2 palm mutes on the 6th string. And then you've got these notes. Okay, so that is going to be 10th fret, 5th string, down to 8, 2 palm mutes in between, and then you have 12th fret, down to the 8 again. So, and you're going to finish it like that. Okay, so that is... And that is basically going to repeat 4 times, just like I played it. So if you play that 4 times in a row, so that's twice right there, but you want it 4 times in a row, and that pretty much takes care of intro part 1 over on the left. So for the right guitar, you're not going to be coming on the riff straight away. You kind of do these counter rhythms, these just open chugs. It goes something like this. So to begin with, that's open chugs on the 6th string, okay? On a down pick like that. If you listen to the record, he's kind of copying what Moose is doing on the drums at that point. So if you listen to the record, you'll get the exact rhythm for that. Okay, so something like that. And then this time, the notes that happen in between are going to be on 7th fret, 5th string, down to 5th fret. And then you've got 8th fret down to 5th fret. So it's exactly the same sort of rhythm at that point that the left guitar's doing, but you're not joining in with the main riff at that point for the first 2, okay? So... Okay? Then after you run that through twice, this guitar syncs up with the guitar that's on the left playing the first part of the riff. But when it does these notes in between, it's those lower notes right there from 7 to 5 and then 8 to 5, okay? And you're gonna run that twice, okay? So that would be... Okay, and that is your intro part 1, both guitars. So for intro part 2, it's pretty much going to be the same thing that's happening with the note choice. But in between those, you're going to be having a lot more of sort of like an alternate pick thrashy rhythm on the 6th string. Something like that, okay? So left guitar looks something like this. So it's going to start off pretty much the same way. And then what you've got is all this sort of open madness that happens in between, okay? So, like that, okay? So, like that. And then at this point, I think it's gone by a little bit too fast to get the fast alternate picks in between. So I'm actually hearing 2 down picks before he does the higher notes. But when he repeats it, he's straight back into the alternate picks, okay? So... something like that, okay? Then to tail it off, you've got these sort of 2 dyad shapes down the bottom. I'm fully aware that Matt Tuck kind of plays a little bit with the positions for this part live, but at that point it's only him doing the rhythm guitar job, so he's kind of going back and forth between what both guitars are doing at this point. But on the studio record, you've just got these 2 little dyads. Okay, so what that is, it's this sort of minor third interval shape, and you're going to be down at 3 and 5, so first finger 3 on the 4th string, and then third finger, pinky, it's up to you, 5th fret on the 5th string. Put a palm mute in the middle, and then bring that shape forward 1 each. And you'll have 5 and 7 with a palm mute in between, so you've got 2 times, okay? Then you finish it off with a 3rd fret power chord. Just like that. And I'm not going to do that open at the end because that sort of starts the verse section, if you like. So this section pretty much ends on the 1, 2, 3 on that 3rd fret power chord right there on the 5th and 6th string. So that's... Okay, and that is your intro part 2, left guitar. The right guitar is going to be doing the same thing with the thrashy rhythms, but again, those notes that are in between are going to be the lower ones from intro part 1, so that would be... Okay, and then at that point, he does sort of like a counterpoint to what's going on with that part right there. He's going to be doing these higher ones. So you're going to have 1st finger 7th fret 4th string and the middle finger 8th fret 5th string, okay? So you've got with the palm mute in between. And then you're going to come up 1 and you'll have what? 8 to 10, okay? Back to the minor third. Stretch right there, okay? So you've got 2 times, and then you finish it with your 3rd fret power chord down the bottom, okay? So that's... just like that. And that is your intro part 2. So moving over into verse number 1, the left guitar looks something like this.